Hello and welcome to my first C# coding tutorial. We're going to be making this PC shutdown timer, Windows shutdown timer thing. Set a time, boom, computer shuts down. That's what we're going to be doing. If you just want the program and you don't really want to do all this pissing about, you can download it. GitHub link. But if you are coding this, we'll talk you through this. So I'm going to talk you through it. We've got some labels here. So you get all this from the toolbox, if you don't know. Labels. Just set them up. To set them up, you can. Let me just get off this. To set them up, if you click on one. So to change the font, you just go into font, change whatever you want. Color. That's so that it matches with the background. It looks transparent, even though it's not. Name, you don't really need to change the name for this one. There's only label you need to change the name for is this one, because you will be using it in code. So you can change the name to what you want so you remember it. There is a standard, but if you don't know the standard and you just want to learn the basics right now, you can do. I don't really know the standard completely, so it's fine. So once you've got this set up, you're going to want the labels set up. So these are the labels. Once you've got them set up, you can change the text by going to, where is it? Yeah, text. That's how you change the text, what's inside it. These are domain up down. They allow you to, I'll show you. Basically do this. That's what an up down does. So yeah, that's what up down domains do. This will allow us to, let's say we want to set a timer for 5 hours. Set it to 5 or 6 I guess, and then start timer. This will count down from 5 hours to 0. That cancels it, that opens up a small window, less obtrusive. If you don't want this on, you can just put this down to the side, have that up there, whatever. So that's what an up down domain is. You're going to need 6 of them to be set up like that. So you want to change the size of font or the actual font itself, go for it. Make sure the text is a 0, has to be a 0 in order for this to work. Or it could be a number I think, but 0 is more appropriate. And the names matter too, so well, they don't matter, you gotta just make sure they're all different, but in order it's easier if you just have them all as I've got this as like DMU. So I can, when I'm coding it, I can just type DMU and it'll show me all my domain menus, because I need to access all of these from code, so it helps. So that's why it has that, and then that's the seconds, and that'll be like that each one of these will equal 10 seconds. So 2 will equal 20 seconds. That's minutes, 10 minutes, hour, 10 hour, etc. And to edit this collection, so you're going to want to put them all to, I have the first 2, so both hours go up to 9. This minutes I generally put to 6, because after 60 minutes you might as well choose the hours, so that's why I do that. It's just, I don't know, you can put them all to 9, it don't really matter. Once you've done that and you've done all the collections, all the names, got them all, make sure you've got all of them at least 6 I'd say, but 9 on these 4 you'd have all them set to 9 and the other 2 set to 6. I do. The form itself, you can change the text at the top by just going to text, icon, or background colours there, and then icon is here. You gotta make sure it's an actual icon, it can't be a PNG or all like that, because it actually represents the icon that Windows reads. Buttons, you only need 3 buttons: a start shutdown timer, a cancel shutdown, and a small window. Again, it can be design wise, it can be how you want. The text itself can be how it want. I have it BTN, so when coding I can just type BTN and I can access all my buttons easily. And then start timer, cancel timer, or shutdown even, etc. Also, I forgot to mention in the main menus, you're gonna want to put read only to true, because you don't really want people just, well, you don't really want to just type what you want because it'll break. So it stops the chance of you making an error and breaking the program. So you just might as well set that to true. Once you've got all this set up like this, or how it, well, not necessarily like this, but you got all at least this lot. You don't really need that small window for this to work. You don't really need the shutdown timer, but it's kind of crucial to not. If you make a mistake, you need it, and just testing it's valuable. But yeah, you're gonna want the shutdown timer basically. Start off, we're gonna want to go into shutdown timer. We're gonna want the start timer button. To access it in the script, you can just double click it. So we'll start with cancel shutdown just to get this done. I do have these copied and pasted, it's just so I don't get the command wrong. Right, we're going to do the cancel button first. We're going to get that set up. So to do that, we're going to type using system. So system.diagnostics. And then we'll go to the cancel button, which is here. You can just double click your cancel button to access this. So from here we're going to type process dot start, and then in brackets we're going to do this basically, not this. The reason, because I don't want to get the actual thing wrong. Oh, I missed this. So shutdown, comma, /a. That is the process, that is the command to cancel the shutdown. It is very crucial. But we're also going to want to do the LBL countdown.text. So the LBL countdown is the label here. That's what I've named this. So I type LBL so I can access the label. Then I want to access the text itself. So I want the text to equal 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So we can test this. If we go to a save, just make sure you save all the time. If we go to this, let's say we go to this. Let's go to text. Let's just change the first one to 1. And then if we go into here, press play, press start. When we click this, it should all go to 0. There you go, all goes to 0, which is what we want. But just make sure you turn this back to 1, so it's like the default state is 1. And also in here, I ain't actually done this. We ain't actually done this yet. We need to add one more thing to the form. I forgot to add it. It is a timer. So you want to double click that. I've already got one, so I don't need to add one. I've got it down here. You're going to want to set the intervals to 1000. That equals 1 second in real time. And the name, I've just put TIR for timer, so I can access the timer, and easy to access the timers. And then seconds, because it's every second it ticks, I guess. And every time it ticks, it runs the code inside the timer. So yeah, we don't really need to actually program inside the timer. We need to just access it from here. So TIR seconds dot enabled, because by default it should be disabled here. Behavior enabled should be disabled. And when we click the cancel button, we want that enabled to equal false. Because when we click the start button, we'll be enabling it. So that's basically the cancel button coded. We don't need to add all else to that. We are going to need to add a variable that we ain't got yet. So we're going to need time. This is going to equal seconds left. So that's what that's going to equal. Next we're going to want to, I think it's time oh no, we are going to have to put a bit of code into this tick thing. I don't need that. in this. So when you go back to your form, double click the time tick thing. In here, we're going to want the time, which is the variable we just made, to equal time take 1. So every second, time is going to take 1 from itself. So every time equals, it's going to take 1 from that. That's what we want from every second. But if we just click start now, it won't just take from time because this is disabled right now. It won't run this code until we enable it, and this disables it too. Once we enable it, we have access to disable it, which will then stop this code. But we also need, in here, we're basically going to take this, I'll copy and paste this. No, not copy and paste, copy that, and then type lbl countdown dot text equals that. That's what I want that to do. From here, we need to do the majority of our code inside here. We're going to have to set up a few variables though before we do that. So we go into here. What's that mean? Oh, that's fine. We'll ignore that. We'll get that sorted. I'm doing this to make it easier to see. I'm going to zoom in as well. That looks better. So we're going to need some ints. We're going to need a few ints. So we're going to need seconds, int 10, int minutes. So these basically are going to contain this information that is the user puts in here. So that's seconds, 10 seconds, minutes, 10 minutes, hours, 10 hours. We're going to need to store that in here, but we're going to have to go through a bunch of loops to get there. When I say a bunch, it's one loop that I tried getting around, but my idea didn't work. So we have to take a long way around. Well, I don't know if it is the long way around or if it's just the only way around, because put txt there just so I can easily differentiate it when coding between them two. So yeah, when I've done it a few times this now, and I did have an idea where I could just cut this entire strings shit out, but it didn't work. I built it all up, didn't test it once for whatever reason, coded everything, and then it just didn't work. There might be a way around it, I just haven't figured it out yet, so we're just going to go with this way. So now we're going to need to go into this clicks. We've got all the variables I need, I think. Shouldn't need to make any more. So yeah. First we're going to need to get access to whatever choice the user uses. So seconds txt, so we can access that, equals, because this is, what did I put, DMU, seconds dot text. Right, because this is a string, because this is text, it means it's string, and the only way we can store that is inside a string. What we want is we want to store this. So this is this text, whatever player chooses, and then when it's clicked, that will be stored in here. And we need to do this for all of these. So I'll skip to the end because it's gonna get boring. once you've done this, this will allow us to store all these and then access them in a minute. Well, now, in fact. So in order for us to add, in order for us to multiply these, in order for us to get the correct values, because if we just enter the values now, it will just equal like that. Will put 5 in there, it'll equal 5 seconds. Put 5 in there, it'll equal 5 seconds, and they'll all equal 5 seconds for now. So we're going to need to multiply it in order to get it to equal the right amount of value. And the only way we can do that is if they're ints. So we're going to need to store them in here. Yeah, the way you do that is so for the seconds. Well, I'm just gonna copy and paste all these. What you're gonna do is tap seconds. It's gonna what we want it to equal system dot convert, because we want to convert the strings into text. We're going to want to convert to seconds txt. This is text convert. Oh, we forgot to put. We want to convert it to an int. Let's put int 32 bit, and then boom, that's converted into that. Now for the 10 seconds, we have to get the computer to do some maths. So 10 seconds equals system dot convert to int 32. 10 seconds text shit. And then we're going to want to times that by 60, because not 60, 10, because it's 10 seconds. We want to, so if someone puts 5 in there, it'll times 5 by 10, that'll equal 50, so it'll equal 50 seconds. And then if we plus them two together, let's say that was 6, 50 times plus 50 plus 6, 56 seconds. Voila, shut down in 56 seconds. That's the plan. Now we're going to need to do that for the rest of them. So I'm going to grab these, because maybe not all them, just these. Now because this is a minute, we want to times it by 60, because 60 seconds in a minute. So let's say someone put 5 in there, 5 minutes. So we need to 5 times 6 in order to get the right amount of seconds. And this, we're going to times 6 there, and then 10, because once we get the hour, we need to times it by 10 in order to get 10 minutes. You know, see what I mean? And then hours is going to be, so it's 60 seconds in a minute, and then the 60 minutes in an hour, then again 60, 10. This gives us the correct values in all of these. Let's save. Right, once you've got them, we're going to need to move on to actually the time what we created at the beginning. We can now get this to equal the right amount of seconds. So seconds plus 10 seconds, 10 seconds plus minutes plus 10 minutes plus hours plus 10 hours. We've got some basic coding for you and me. Now, once we've done this, once we've had a little bit of fun here, we're going to stay here, and that timer that is currently disabled, we are going to enable it. So we want to the enable property, we want to set to true. And now the timer will tick down. Now, this is the scary thing. The process. This one. This is the thing that frightens me. So I'm gonna have to stop the recording so that I don't lose all this process in a minute, so then restart it. So if I do lose anything, before I actually test the program, I'm gonna comment that. I recommend you doing the same. Let's play. The countdown should work. Put 20. The countdown works. Small window. Right, that countdown doesn't work. I know how to fix that. Right, the small window ain't gonna work. Forget about the small window. Delete it. It can go. It's not a problem. I thought it would work and it's not. So I'm gonna move on. The program's basically working now. The issue is I have to test this now. And I'm a little bit scared. So save. That's cancel. I'm gonna stop the recording. Right, I've reset my recording. Hopefully this works. Yeah, I won't bother doing this until I finish testing it. We're just gonna set it to 40 minutes. And it works. There you go, bottom left corner. Shut down in 40 minutes. Cancel. Yeah, broken the system. Right, 1 sec. Let me just go into command prompt. Let me see if this is busted or what. What's that mean? I see what's wrong. Right, so shut down. Oh god. Right, I need to go into here. Change this. Stop that. Change that to that. Now play. Shit, man. It's gonna shut down in 2 minutes. Oh, motherfucker, I've got 2 minutes to fix my code. Right, you're gonna make sure the cancel button works. There we go, I fixed it. Right, no spaces. Wow. How does my code work then? Because I copied and pasted that from my old code. And I'm pretty sure this works. This is my one I'm using. Yeah, so it works. So I don't know why it works. That don't work. Okay, anyway. Wow, so that's the tutorial. That's over. First one, done. Don't need this apparently because my small window don't work. If there's an update to that, I'll be sure to do it. Well, if you did like the video, please hit the like button. If not, then dislike I guess. And subscribe maybe. Bye.